Have you seen all the preview? I'm going to show you how to make this car, the light up car, like this, and the neutral line. So we're going to start with the lease card, but the lease one is going to take too long to make just one tutorial. So I'm going to do like two parts. The first part I'm going to show you how to do the coloring, and then the second part I'm going to show you how to add the lights. Okay, so we're going to working on this car, and because we want to add the lights up, and then we're going to do two different tutorial. The first one I'm going to show you all the coloring, and then the second one I'm going to show you how to do the wiring. Okay, so that's started. So this vintage Rambler will be the perfect set to make a headlight light up. So this is our combo set. They come with one stand and also two die cuts. And we are going to have some mirror paper and create this nighttime view. Okay, so we have 100+ tutorial ready to view, and please take a look at the tutorial number 114. So in the tutorial 114, and then I'm showing you how you can use those double dies to create at least 4 or 5 different kind of patterns. Okay. So this stamp design is actually a real mirror. So the real mirror, we are going to use the mirror paper. So this is a mirror paper. They have all different kind of color. And remember, we have both detail die and outline die. And this one, I actually want to use a 2 die cut to create this real mirror. So we are going to put both die cut on top of this mirror paper, and just try to eyeball them, make sure you have like an even space between 2 die cut, something like that. And I'm going to die cut it. We'll be right back. Okay, so this die cut is actually 2 double dies, and remember Local King's matching die cut does embossing too, so we can add embossing on. But this one, that's really pretty already without, a lot of die cut without the stamp image is useless, but all die cut without the stamps and with embossing is detailed enough to make a card just like that. But it's nighttime view, so I want to add a little bit color on top, so I'm going to use the markers to color the card. Okay, a stamp positioner, if you have one, is great. They work just fine. If you don't have one, watch our tutorial number 45. The tutorial number 45 is showing you how to use a CD case or DVD case to create your own stamp position. It's very helpful. So we're going to use a water-based marker, Local King's marker set, to color this image. And I am going to just fast forward this coloring technique. If you want to get more information how to use those markers, just make sure you check our tutorial. Okay, if you pay attention to our die cut, you will find out Local King's die cut, it doesn't have that white gap between your stamp image and the die cut line. They are right next to your stamp image, which is perfect. And then the next one, we are going to create this night view. So that night view is we are going to use the watercolor paper, and then I just use the outline die, and then you are going to secure your die cut, run through the machine, and then die cut it. So that's what you get. It's just the backing. Okay. For the least nighttime view, we are going to use our magic mushroom to color that, and I have a lot of tutorial to show you how to use those magic mushroom. So this tutorial I'm going to just fast forward. If you have any question, you'd like to get more information, just make sure you watch our other tutorials. I love Local King Magic Mushroom because those mushrooms you can use again, and then from the light color to the dark color. This is the first layering, is kind of light, and because this is calm night, come nighttime, I want the air is nice and smooth. So when I apply the color, I try to do horizontal. So that's the first layer, and then I want to add the second layer. The second layer, see, I start with the blue and the purple and the blue. So now I actually add a little bit blue color. I'm going to put on top of this blue. So they can be blending together to create more colors, which is awesome. Okay. So let's do that. And then if you want to add more blue back, you can go dipping, and just keep coloring until you don't see that white basic color anymore. And then we're going to add a little bit darker color. So I'm going to just use my blue mushroom and be gentle, just to give it a little bit horizontal. That's my night view. And then if you want to add a little bit more, let's add a little bit purple here. We can totally do that. The only thing is try to make it horizontal. And then one more thing is, this is a dark color. I don't really have to worry about my fingerprint. But if you're working on the light color project, be careful your fingerprint, because that can just ruin your car just like that. Okay, so we are going to add a little bit start there. So in the tutorial 115, in the 115 there is 10 best stamping tips that in the tutorial 115. One of the tip is how to is showing you how to draw a perfect star. It's like a 2 second, not 2 second, like a 30-second tutorial to show you how you can draw a perfect star and to create the nighttime view. So make sure you check it out in this tutorial. I'm gonna just fast forward it. Okay, almost there. So one more thing before we move to our part 2 tutorial is we are going to add a little bit texture for this white cardstock. So I have some embossing folder, and this is from the Memory Keepers, and this one Lifestyle Crafts. I'm sure you have a lot of embossing folder. So if you have a big one, that's good that you don't have to worry about the you know, the size. But if you don't have a large embossing folder, what you have to do is you just have to do 2 times. And the embossing folder does have a positive and a negative. If you have a cardstock both have a color, that won't be a problem. But if you have a cardstock like a mirror paper, if you have a cardstock like a mirror paper, you want to get a positive on the mirror side. It's very simple. They probably don't know. Every embossing folder, they have their mark. So to make sure the mark is face up, that way the positive will be on the top. If you do like these, so well, they all work depending on what you want. You just make sure if you want the positive face up or negative face up. Okay, and then one more other tip is, so you can see this is what it's called 3D embossing. So they are much thicker than the regular embossing. When you use those, when you use some like a tool you don't really don't know, not familiar with it, you got to be caution. I didn't realize this embossing folder is 2 times thicker than my regular embossing folder, and then when I run to my Big Shot Express, is almost done. So pay attention. As soon as you realize like your machine cannot run to any folder, don't force it. Stop right there. It can still back up. If you force them, once they done, a lot of machine they are done. So if you have like a Big Shot Express, the pink and black one, if they done, don't put them in the garbage. You send me an email. I'll teach you how to release. If you have a Vagabond, they done, don't put it in the garbage. I have some tip you can give a try. Maybe you can save your machine. So for this Memory Keeper, your sandwich is you are going to actually remove one of the cutting mat. So you use this one, you use this one as your base and put the cutting mat on top. If you use both cutting mat, it's too thick, it's going to damage your machine. So that's something I like to share with you. Don't force your machine. If anything find is a little bit too thick, stick, it must be something wrong. Don't wait until it's too late. Okay, so I got all my cards ready here and they're ready to move to the wiring. So because I don't want this tutorial to become too long, so this is a part 1 and the part 2 is like this. I'm going to show you how you're going to do your wiring, and I'm sure this is going to be a piece cake. It's much easier and cheaper and easier, and I'm sure you can do it. So we are heading to Mesa, Arizona tomorrow for the rubber stamp event, and hoping to see you there. And as soon as when we come back, I will upload the part 2 tutorial to teach you how to put them together. So just leave them like this and then don't put it together yet. Wait until we finish this wiring. So this is Lisa from Low Cooking Rubber Stamp. Thank you for watching. See you next time.